Different groups came out inspired by a backlash against Sharia law taking hold in the U.S. and a defense of Islam as a religion. Protesters shouted back and forth as police kept them at bay. Plus, the original Batman, Adam West, has died. How his work continues to influence Hollywood. And a little bit later, a coyote picks the wrong mama bear to mess with. This was all caught on camera. We'll tell you what sparked this turf war.
This is Fox 40 News.
No Sharia in America!
No justice!
Three conflicting protest groups squaring off at opposite intersections in Roseville. One group protesting Sharia law, or the law of Islam, coming to America. The other showing support for Muslims and immigrant rights. The third there in the name of peace. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight after the game. I'm Joe Khalil. Allie Wolf has the night off. Now, today's events brought hundreds to Roseville, but it wasn't the only city seeing these exact protests today. Sharia protests were met by counter demonstrations in cities all across the country from coast to coast. Now, to be clear, there isn't one city in the U.S. right now that's at risk of falling under Sharia law. Nonetheless, we did see those anti-Sharia protests, and police all around the country were tasked with keeping the peace. Fox 40's Doug Johnson was in Roseville today. He has more from there.
There were three groups out protesting today: those who are against Sharia law in America, the Answer Coalition behind me, and the Unity Coalition behind them. But the police did not let any members of any one group cross the street to mingle with the other groups.
Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on.
No Sharia in America!
No justice!
To see a microcosm of the political strife in America today, you can look no farther than the intersection of Roseville Parkway and Galleria Boulevard on Saturday.
Stand up!
Sharia hates us!
Roseville resident Diana Verba claims the ACT March is not anti-Islamic.
We're against the oppression of women, and Sharia law oppresses women.
We really don't think that people should be marching against any religious identity.
But Jameer Sale, who came out with the Answer Coalition,
No hate! No fear!
believes their cause is just a hateful message against all Muslims.
But they should have said we're marching against Salafist, Wahhabi, conservative Islam. Instead, they said Sharia. They don't even know enough to know that there's hundreds of schools of Sharia.
And while Sale and most in the Answer Coalition wore black, across the street from them and kitty corner from ACT, Indivisible's Unity Coalition was wearing white.
We will definitely not engage in any type of violence. On the other side, we do have, of course, in any group, you will have people who may engage. And that's why we're making sure that we differentiate ourselves from any of the other two sides that are here today.
Both the Answer and Unity Coalitions agree ACT's message is dangerous.
Sharia law doesn't exist in the United States.
To prevent attacks between the three groups, officers blocked all of the crosswalks in the intersection. Some in the ACT group still prepared for the worst.
I wear the helmet because I don't like to be hit in the head.
No, he hasn't.
Yes.
But the police lines didn't stop those with opposing views from talking out their disagreements peacefully.
He is putting my soldiers in danger.
Trump is?
Yes, absolutely.
How is he putting you in danger?
That's an opportunity people from all three groups tell us they wish there was more of.
I'm not opposed to sitting down and listening to someone else's opinion.
They think that we hate Muslim people. We do not hate anyone.
We'll get there. It's about communication.
That was Doug Johnson reporting. Now, Roseville police did close off those crosswalks at the intersections where protesters were, as Doug reported. They say that one protester was arrested for trying to cross the intersection anyway against an officer's orders not to do so.